Hello everybody, I just loaded you up a little video last night for your Christmas table set ideas to go with the napkin ring. I showed you how you can do some little Santa Claus trousers where you can put your silverware in. And I also mentioned, well, the Santa Claus trousers is more something for the gent to have lying on his set, and for the ladies we should make a little dress I've just decided on. So make yourself a pattern first of all. And I decided, as it's got to fit a little bit size-wise with the trousers that you got, I made this one 6.5 in half of the width like that, and approximately 11.5 centimeters high, measured from that shoulder down. So make yourself this little pattern and then cut yourself out of your favorite material for the Christmas set 2 complete parts like that. But if you say, oh, now she's coming with this other idea, I've got no material left, only bits and bats left over, then you can take up my idea. Because instead of cutting 2 full pieces, I cut 4 half pieces, as you can see here already. And I cut some stripes already that I need for everything to go all the way around. So, let me show you how you can do this.
Okay, the way I got this little dress for your silverware planned, even the left side of it will look kind of nice, the underneath part I meant. So, first of all, look exactly how you want to put them together. If you have them cut in half, like me, each part. If you have it as one piece, all you have to do is put the stripe that I'm going to put on now just over the top in the middle. But I show you with my different parts how I'm doing this, as I got tiny little leftovers. At the moment, I'm putting my white stripe that I cut with my 6X scissors on both sides. I have to add them onto both of the red parts from the dress. Therefore, it's easier for me if I push them against each other underneath at the moment, because I can really see that my white stripe is covering over every side the same, although I've only got one side stitched on so far by now. Let's take the case if you have a zigzag machine, then do it with a zigzag. Then you can put a very wide stitch on it and you do it in one go. That is, of course, much, much better. But I don't have a zigzag machine at the moment. Mine broke down, so I got to do it that way. It's always a way also to do things like that without the zigzag machine. So as you can see now, I've stitched on both sides, and here you can see I covered my dress up completely. Now I'm taking this dress, and here I didn't do the zigzag on the green part. I did the zigzag on the middle of the dress, and therefore I want this green part to be lying underneath, and only through the little bit of zigzag I want the green to show just slightly out, not much. I only want this very vague, and therefore I put my green stripe underneath the half of the dress and stitch it on quite directly next to my zigzag. That's the first side. Now I got to do exactly the same on the other side. So I take this piece, and you can decide if you have it wider apart than the green, or whichever color you got underneath will even show out more. But my plan was that this only shines through a very little bit, that green, to give it another Christmas-ish look. As you can see this now, it's very little, but it gives the dress a beautiful look on the front, to my opinion. So here we go. We continue the same as we did it on the trousers, with our white stripe for the cutout on the dress. And here also I've chosen to put the zigzag cutting towards the dress. You could, if you do it, also cut both sides with the zigzag, gives it a different effect again. First I have to cut this off a little bit so it doesn't stick over, and I just do the neck, and then I have both zigzag edges lying together. The one from the middle going down and this one. So that means the neck is finished for the front. And I continue with my bottom, the seam on the bottom. Also here I cut this even first. And also the zigzag I put towards the tress, upwards this time. And I'm putting the stripe completely on the tress. I don't have the white sticking over. It's really covering the bottom tress. So you can, my white stripe is approximately 1 centimeter, and I'm more or less stitching through the middle of that, as you can see a little bit if you put a big picture on. So, and the sleeves, I think, should get a little bit of the white on as well. Also here, I just go over there, fasten it well, cut it tight to the way my pattern was, or my cutting of my pattern. And also here I got the zigzag facing the red again, because it gives it a real nice look. Now I look again underneath, how I got the other side stitched on, to try to make them as even as possible in the lengths, those 2 sleeves of this little tiny baby dress. Santy girl dress, I called it. You, if you wish, can, as an example, add some more on the sleeves, but I think that is just enough what I did. But you can fill it or put another belt on, as we did on the trousers. So now I'm putting left side on the left side, and you can see the underneath part will also look nice if some of your guests turn it over. So that's just fine. So I start on the top. You can leave the little sleeves open if you want, because nothing is going to be put into there. I'm stitching it now up on the width of my presser foot again, which is 5 millimeters. I go along the bottom of the sleeve as well. And then I slowly turn around my corner here. Try to have edge on edge lying, and this I'm stitching it with white thread, so I do have a little bit of contrast as well on all the sides. You can do it, of course, with the same color in red if you wish, but then you should change it over when you go over the white, or if you put a much thicker thread on, which I have now, I have 100 thread on. If you put a thicker one on, the contrast will even show more, which is also nice. Oh, there's something not quite cut straight, so I just cut this little bit off, bothers me. And I go up the little side from this little cute dress, girl dress, and around this underneath the sleeve part. And the bottom of the sleeve, I do exactly the same. I got one stitch there already. When I stitched the white on, I just go through the same one through, and I continue all the way to the top. Now that's practically the dress finished already. But if you say, okay, my silverware costs a lot of money, I don't want it, or I don't like it to get scratched when I put it inside there, well, then stitch exactly through the middle once again, because then your silverware is really protected. But as I had red in the bottom at the moment in my spool, I'm going to put white in because of my white stripe on the back side. And now I just go down the middle. I slightly pull my red part apart, because I don't want to stitch on the red. I only want to stitch on the green part now underneath, and go all the way down. And believe it or not, it's finished. Your little dress for the ladies and the trousers we made yesterday for the gents. That's what it looks like from that side. Even that is cute, but that side is even nicer, I think. So let me show you what this looks when we put it all finished on the table.
All right, and here you see the result of all the parts that we've done so far. And that's what you can really do yourself as well. Start with the simplest one. If you're not sure if you can do everything, maybe start with a little napkin ring that I showed to you in one of my tutorials. And then continue on, and you will see, even you as a starter, you will be able to do all of this beautifully yourself for your coming Christmas party. And I've just decided there's going to be one more little video for you, because I mentioned earlier on, maybe you should have a little present lying here for your guests coming, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you to finish off this complete set. But it will be the next video. Do this one first, okay? Bye! And I wish you a Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho!